Ciao, buongiorno. Dove è Nonna Teresa?
Nonna Teresa abito lì.
Allora.
Nonna Teresa, ciao Teresa.
Ciao.
Ciao, zia Teresa, buongiorno.
Grazie.
Buongiorno.
85-year-old Nonna Teresa is a ninja in the kitchen. She's been making pasta her whole life, cooking up a storm for local weddings and celebrations.
Questo signore qua vuole imparare a fare la pasta, come si deve.
E voi non siete capaci a fare quel che faccio io.
She may doubt my abilities, but I'm keen to learn. First lesson is no eggs. They were a luxury people couldn't afford. So here it's just durum wheat flour, salt and warm water. Just the way she's touching the dough, moving it, the silence. It's a lovely ritual, isn't it? Feels like a very special moment, doesn't it, Gennaro?
It is indeed. I take all in.
Io avevo 7 anni quando ho contato a fare i macaroni.
Che quando ero piccolo?
Non si poteva avere niente quando noi siamo cresciuti. Sì, io a 15 anni avevo fatto di scarpa, andavo sempre a piedi per terra.
See?
Sì, sì.
You just can't imagine it, can you? Her mum and dad went working in the fields all day. She was making the dinner, making the pasta at 7. Really, really poor, you know, survival food. I mean, that is what cucina povera was, wasn't it? Survival. So we're letting the pasta rest now because it needs to relax. Once you've kneaded it, it gets tight. You need it to be flexible and stretchy, so we're letting it rest. 10 minutes later, and she's off.
Andiamo.
See? Nonna Teresa is famed for making manate, a type of pasta said to be so technically challenging it's virtually disappeared. I can't wait to see this lost art in action. She's basically making a continual circle. Have you ever seen this?
Never.
I have got no idea what she's going to do,
No,
but I'm so excited to see it. So she's made a massive circle, like a long, long worm, and then she's clutched it together in her hand. She's sort of just gently massaging, squeezing, and she's making it sort of slowly, slowly thinner and thinner. She's twisted like a figure of 8. Gee whiz, I've never seen this. It's like a handful of bangles. It's absolutely amazing. These thick ribbons of pasta are often eaten with rich tomato sauce or beans and chickpeas.
Poi quando fai così.
And now she breaks it.
Faccio io così, però quando è più lunga più meglio la fai.
Posso provare?
Prendo la pasta, taglia per metà.
Sì.
Go, you can do it.
Bravo, eh? Si sappaia bravo.
Yeah.
Rotonda.
Lei fa prima.
You can see that what you don't want to do is break
Devi
it.
mettere grandiula, metterla più qua. Prende la farina e la mette.
Now I'm going to sprinkle some flour. See? No?
Sì, dai.
I've made some pasta in my time, but this is by far one of the most fiendish. I can see why it's a skill that takes years to master. I know it's not perfect.
No.
Sì, ma non troppo stento però, eh?
She's saying don't go too hard.
Lascialo un po'. A così, sai. Lavora. Ma l'hai visto come si fanno? Ma purtroppo che voglio fare.
I'm pleased to have entertained Nonna at least. She really is the doyenne of pasta making. It's not just making a giant sausage. You've got to be able to feel it right.
I don't want to try myself.
Devi fare un'altra cosa. Macaroni con il ferro.
It's such a privilege to see how this region's incredible pastas are made, and I'm determined to nail them. Next lesson, making macaroni using a skewer.
Hai visto come ho messo il ferro? Io passando i macaroni che non ho manco capelli a destra. E ora li fa per tutto. Non la facciamo andare troppo, Facciamo leggera la mano.
I've never felt under pressure so much.
Manca troppo la mano.
I think that's quite nice.
Ha fatto bene quello, sì.
La fa buona, ma no, se non la fai male, manco bene fa.
Okay. It's all the subtle things that she does. You got to be able to feel it right.
It's to be light and gentle.
Okay, next one.
Però quando fai queste qua, fa tupino.
Okay.
Ah.
Nonna, this is a big moment for me and you seem to be finding it very amusing. To get the thumbs up from this macaroni master, I'm gonna need more practice. So whilst she takes a break, I'm carrying on rolling. She's having a rest now, and guess what? Now I'm knocking them out, and she hasn't seen one of them. Ciao. She's properly taken the mickey out of me.
Ah, brava!
Oh, you've seen it? Oh, yeah. Hallelujah! It's time to cook. Come on, girl. Let's have a little rave up. Nonna Teresa's promised to show me her favourite recipe, the macaroni topped with spicy peppers and crunchy pangrattato breadcrumbs. First up, she's using a dried sweet pepper. So they have these bigger chili peppers here, milder, sweeter chili, very, very famous of this area, that she's tearing, she's taken the seeds out of. She kind of fries them, makes them blister. This is a classic cucina povera trick, using big flavours to make a little go a long way. And then she's taken them out.
Questa si fa così.
Ah, okay.
Good man, good man.
Gennaro, you wait till you see this.
Stando.
Sì, no problema.
Sì.
Next, a couple of cloves of garlic. Then, a surprise ingredient. So this is horseradish. I've never seen it with a pasta. So this is a really unusual, undiscovered pasta as far as I'm concerned. La faccio io?
Va bene.
Okay.
Ma pulita, buona scarta.
Okay.
Quello devo fare.
Sì.
Grazie qua.
Sì. This is lovely wild horseradish. This grows all over many parts of Italy. Oh, Nonna Teresa.
Oh, ma no!
I might even cry.
Non lo sapeva.
Oh. Woo! The grated fresh horseradish is fried up with the breadcrumbs to make a crunchy pangrattato. Have I seen anything like this before? Never. Known as poor man's parmesan, this is what people would use when they couldn't afford cheese. That's the kind of genius thing about these ladies, you know. Because they can cook, when times were tough, they would duck and dive and create beautiful things out of not very much. So in with the pasta. Our lovely Nonna's gone to sit down. She's having a little rest. It's going to be all right, Nonna. We're going to cook the pasta for about 7 minutes, OK? It will float to the top. Should be floating now. There you go. Nonna Teresa, the pasta's cooked. This lovely, sweet, spicy chili oil. Look at that. Then we're going to finish it with the pangrattato.
I can't wait to taste it.
Look at that pasta. It's beautiful.
È buona, eh? Buon appetito.
Grazie altrettanto a voi.
Absolutely delicious. Never had a pasta like this ever before in Italy. It's not chili hot. It's just like sweet, really gentle.
Adesso tengo 85 anni. E ancora dice, ancora facciamo carne che la blendare ti porta. Io sono nato da quella tendenza. No, chi non giù del laccio non finisce.
Grazie mille, Nonna Teresa.
Prego.
Teresa, ma questo è proprio buonissimo.
Nonna Franchina wants to teach me her very favourite recipe, using the best of Salina's land and sea. Squid with the most amazing caper stuffing in a tangy sweet tomato and caper sauce. 92, Gennaro. So when did she first start cooking, Gennaro?
Quando è cominciata a cucinare? A che età che è cominciata a cucinare?
A 10 anni.
82 years of cooking on this lovely planet. That's a lot of experience. Nonna? Ok.
Sì. Per noi è una cosa deliziosa. Mio nonno che andava a pescare, ragazzi, sai che facciamo domani? Tuffato, facciamo i tortellini ripiene.
So we're going in with breadcrumbs. First lesson from this master of the kitchen is how to make the caper stuffing. So 3 eggs.
Formaggio pecorino dove l'ha messo?
Pecorino?
Eccolo
No
qua.
problemo.
Parmigiano mai.
Parmesan's lovely, but the pecorino's got the tang,
It is.
the freshness. A sprinkle of parsley, and then the magical moment. Caper time. Are these her capers?
Queste che capperi sono? Che capperi sono queste?
Quelli che abbiamo visto noi.
May I eat one? Mangiare?
Puoi mangiare, puoi mangiare.
This is my first caper from the island. Oh my God. Gennaro, it's different levels.
At different levels.
They're fat, they're juicy, they're perfumed, they're meaty, and they're just from her back garden. Capers are a real fast track to flavour. Just a tablespoon will turn this stuffing into something really punchy and fragrant.
Ora c'è l'aglio,
This is olive oil from the island. Uno.
2.
Look at the teapot. I just love it. I want to take her home.
Sì. C'è il mio olio. Pure noi facciamo l'olio.
So this is oil from her trees.
Sì, tutto qua.
This is garlic from her garden, capers from her garden, bread that she's made, pecorino from the island, squid from the sea. After a splash of water and a good old mix-up, we're ready to stuff the squid. You know, the squid is the perfect receptacle to stuff stuff in. Do you pack it in tight or keep it loose, Nonna?
Ah, quanto rifai il ripieno?
Non pieno, normale. Lo spingo un po' giù. Ha visto?
Sì.
Push it in. I just love her
Poi
hands.
questo deve venire.
You know, all those years of cooking to learn from the nonnas, what a joy.
Non deve stringere tanto.
Every time I stuff it, she corrects it. Come si chiude the torta?
Apri qua.
Needle and thread. No way. I've never seen this in a million years.
L'ago e il cotone come si usava ai tempi dei nonni.
A lot of chefs use toothpicks, you know, cocktail sticks, but she don't like it because she says stuff still comes
I
out.
do a toothpick. Learn again.
Can you show me, Nonna?
Ci può far vedere a Jamie come fa a chiudere?
Ecco.
Ecco qua.
So I've never seen this before. Wow. I love how carefully she's locked in the flavour. I can tell this is going to be a real treat.
So much care, love, attentions.
Next, we're moving on to the sweet, tangy tomato sauce. This one?
Quella misura?
Sì, piccola, sì.
1 red onion is added to the olive oil, followed by cherry tomatoes. And then 1 humdinger of a Nonna tip. She's squeezing the tomatoes underwater so the pips don't go over everyone. Brilliant tip. I will use that forevermore. So this is fatta in casa.
Sì.
This is her homemade passata, again from her garden. And this is very traditional. Gennaro used to do this as a kid. You basically take beer bottles and recycle
Poi
them.
cominciare a mettere.
See?
Sì.
Sieving the tomatoes to make passata is a classic Italian trick for dealing with the season's glut and bottling up that summery tomato flavour. If you smell this, it smells of sunshine.
E buonissimi sono.
Okay. 2 tablespoons of capers go in. It couldn't be simpler.
Questo.
It's just like the best, freshest, the most gorgeous tomato sauce.
Because I can smell it's the sun in a pot.
But this is why people get sort of like excited about Nonna's cooking, man, because you'd want to come home to that. So in with this one. To keep the squid tender, the parcels are slowly poached in the sensational tomato sauce. Profumo, fantastico, Nonna. Yeah,
È
fantastic.
meglio della carne.
The squid blip away for about 20 minutes before they're sliced and served with spaghetti, lashings of sauce, and for a final flash of flavour, some extra capers. This is a complete privilege. The smell that I'm getting is incredible. Capers to finish, basil to finish.
Ecco, questo è il piatto.
Benito, Gennaro, bless you. Oh, look at that. Oh, Nonna.
Oh,
Fantastico.
che c'è?
Oh my God.
Delicioso. Oh,
Che c'è?
Oh my God.
delicioso. Ottimo.
Ah, ti piace?
Fantastico.
Buonissimo.
Buona vita, È venuta la
I'm just having a moment. so good.
Voi mangiate dopo.
The pasta. Nonna just wants to feed everyone. She wants to feed me, Gennaro. She wants to feed the whole crew. This is what Nonnas do. They're feeders. It's so good. The pecorino with the capers and the garlic and the breadcrumbs. It's just soaked up all that lovely tomato ragu. Gennaro, will you ever forget this recipe?
Never.
Ma lui è giovane e deve mangiare.
I'm not that young.
Hai 4 figli, 4 figli. Ma tu 4
Cinque.
figli? 5 figli?
Sì.
Quando vai a casa un altro? Un maschio o femmina?
Really? Another one?
No, quando vai
Ancora?
a casa.
I'm gonna have a
un
little bit
altro.
more
Un
of this.
maschio o femmina?
Gennaro, she's telling me to have another baby.
Yes.
I have to stop myself eating. It's so good.
Se ti è piaciuta questa ricetta, dillo a tutti quanti, che io sono contentissima.
Thank you. Grazie mille.
Prego.
Grazie.
Nonna.
Grazie.
You are the best. The Nonnas and some old boy nonnos are rustling up the morning's haul in the way only these islanders know how. Oh, look at this. Come la cucina. Olio.
Sale, alla mente, aceto, un bicchiere
Little
d'acqua,
vinegar.
un po' d'acqua. Per fine cottura, poi dopo si mette l'origano. Questo origano di Procida che facciamo noi a Procida.
Okay. See, on these islands, for whatever reason, the herbs and the oils and the smell is so intense and
Questo origina,
incredible.
questo lo facciamo noi in casa. Questo pesce è stato pescato alle 5 stamattina.
Anchovies laced with mint and oregano. This has got to be a winner.
Senza togliere le spine, la lisca, così, come sta?
Oh my God.
Wonderful. Ciao, ciao! How lucky am I, right? Surrounded by these lovely girls. Come si chiama? Fritta di...
Polpette di alici.
They look amazing. Look how gorgeous they are. Just fried. Cosa c'è?
Alici tagliate a
anchovies?
piccolini,
So just
pezzettini.
chop it up small.
Spiega,
These are fresh anchovies, by the way.
Un po' di pane grattugiato,
Yeah,
formaggio pecorino,
Ok.
parmigiano,
yeah.
prezzemolo, mentuccia e uova.
Okay.
Ne fai uno?
See, no problema. Okay, so like this.
troppo grande.
No, that's too big.
Dopo viene
Perfect for me.
cucina all'interno. Bravo!
Come on, girls. Now you're being too generous.
Ok, testa.
Com'è?
Buonissima. The island's most famous resident is 60-year-old Nonna Maria. Piacere, Jamie. Ciao. She's Progeda's only fisherwoman, and when it comes to cooking, she's numero uno.
Cos'è che cucina?
Allora, pesce, zucchine e mandorle.
Wonderful combination. Never ever heard or seen of it before. Nonna Maria fries onions and courgettes in olive oil, then adds locally caught palamita from the tuna family.
Maria, ma da quant'anni va a pesca?
È una vita.
È sempre da bambina?
Sì, da
E
bambina.
con chi andava?
E mio padre era pescatore, quindi poi mi sono fidanzata con mio marito che faceva il pescatore, quindi ho continuato.
Ma va a pesca tutti
Sì,
i giorni?
c'ho la-
Sì.
sì.
Sì,
Adesso
cosa fa?
possiamo mettere il pomodoro.
What I love about this is the combination of the courgettes grated with the beautiful tuna. The colours work so beautiful together. Again, it's the sort of the pale, the green and the red. Nonna adds the fettuccine and loads it with toasted crushed almonds. Often on the islands and often in the south of Italy, you'll see nuts used in pastas, chestnuts, walnuts, hazelnuts. But, you know, here is the almond tree. Oh, fantastic. Go on, my
Fatto,
darling.
Maria.
Really, really good. So this is a pecorino?
Sì, sopra un poco.
So this will be interesting because she hasn't used the pecorino yet. If they do use cheese, it's very subtle. It's more like a seasoning. Yeah, now look, controversial. Oh, see? So there you go. For everyone that says you never put cheese with seafood, you can see the proof. Maria, grazie mille. Look at this. Gennaro, how lucky are we?
We are the best looking people, eh, Jen?
Go on, she's
Yeah,
topping
but-
us up. She's topping us up. Let's go.
Possiamo, Maria?
Prego.
Oh my God. Oh my goodness me.
It's so good. What's really interesting The toasted almonds just lift the whole dish. Sweet tomatoes, such a joy to eat, such a joy.
This recipe is unbelievable. After so many years, I can still learn cooking.
Buonissima. I can learn so much from the locals who have been cooking up their catch for generations. I can't wait to see the show-stopping centerpiece. It's Nonno Francesco's twist on the classic Neapolitan dish, acqua pazza. Fish poached in what they call crazy water. Come la cucina?
Nella pentola con pomodoro, cipolla, aglio, prezzemolo, qualche fetta di limone.
It's just got the seaside written all over it.
E quando si va a pesca, tutto il pesce che rimane invenduto, pesce di scarto.
I love how nothing is wasted. The star of the dish is actually the cooking water, the acqua pazza. What an incredible flavour. It's so delicious.
Oh my God.
He's gone in with the bread. I'm going to go in now, you go in as well.
I'm going there as well.
It's a bit like dunking digestive biscuits in tea, right? You just let them soften up.
All jammy.
Very simple, fragrant ingredients and just a nice big pan and a lot of love. Francesco, buonissimo. Grazie mille. Nonna's most famous dish is a simple family recipe that sounds a bit like paella. Linda!
Ehi!
Ciao, buonasera!
Buonasera, come state? State bene?
Very
Il secondo bacio.
Nice.
Linda, c'hai una reputazione incredibile per essere la migliore cuoca che c'è qui.
Senti, io sono brutta e sono stanca, il lavoro che non mi manca.
Oh, bless her.
81-year-old Nonna Linda's been making her signature dish since the 1950s. This unique baked rice recipe is called tiella, and it dates back to when Puglia was under Spanish rule in the 16th century.
Riso, patate e cozze, alla tiella. Dobbiamo pulire le patate.
So this is very exciting. I've never seen or heard of it before. It kind of feels a little bit like Pugliese kind of paella.
Che c'è?
So
Look at the way she's done it. Look what we're doing. I can't do that.
I think we might be going back to school today, Gennaro.
I know.
Quanti anni cucina?
Avevo 15 anni.
Really? 15
Sono
years old?
66 anni, sono sposata, 66 anni.
Bless her.
Really?
Linda, ma il segreto per un matrimonio così lungo com'è?
Sopportare l'uomo.
I love it.
I've never seen anyone cut a potato like that in my life.
No.
Basically, she's kind of crisscrossed a potato. I'm going to go home and start chopping like this. We've got 1 onion in there, 1 clove of garlic, celery, and we're ready now to go in with the parsley. I mean, I like this recipe already. It's all in one pan. It's really quick cooking. How important is it to pass these recipes on and give them new life?
È importante, solo che non li fa nessuno. La gioventù di oggi non li fa, non ne vogliono sapere. Se glielo dai tutto pronto se lo mangiano, però se lo devono cucinare no.
This dish is all about creating mouth-watering layers. Next, a couple of handfuls of rice, grated parmesan, chopped tomatoes, and a good lug of extra virgin olive oil.
Poi ci metto il vino.
See?
Il vino bianco, sì.
Yeah, a little bit.
È ubriaco questo.
Now time for the fresh seafood that Puglia is so famous for. Here we go. There's the mussels.
Yeah.
We're shucking the mussels into here, which is so delicious. She's kind of using the mussels like fish sauce. You know, that savoury, umami sort of flavour you get from anchovies. It's gonna be amazing.
Do you know what? I never had a dish like this before.
Quando lo mangia lo fai a sua moglie, ai bambini, vedrai quanto gli piace.
I can't wait. All these succulent fresh mussels will really supercharge the tiella. Nonna Linda's given us a real masterclass in flavour. I haven't even tried this, and I know that this is serious. This one-pot wonder is classic Nonna cooking. Layer up those ingredients and let the oven do all the hard work. Do you know, look at this place. Oh, I love it. Linda, quanti tempo qui?
55 anni
Really?
che sto qui.
55
Ho cresciuto
years.
tutti i figli qui dentro. 8 figli. E ho fatto sempre da mangiare.
She's had all those children. She's a great-great-grandma, and she's been cooking that dish all of this time.
Cosa che imparate della vita lei per dirglielo a noi?
Se lo volete prendere un divertimento, prendetelo adesso. Domani. No, adesso se Dio vuole stasera.
Yeah, I love that advice. Seize the moment, right? Do it now. Bella.
Grazie.
Nonna's spent years tweaking this recipe, and after half an hour in the oven, we finally get to tuck in. Linda, complimenti. It
Grazie.
looks incredible. I mean, the smell is amazing, isn't it?
È buono.
Ottimo. It is so blooming delicious. Honestly, the depth of flavour. The rice and potatoes just suck up the flavour from the mussels. It's just delicious.
Questo più si raffredda, questo qua, è sempre migliore mangiarlo.
Yeah, I bet. That's exactly what me and Gennaro wanted when we came on this journey, to find undiscovered recipes. Well, there you go, there's one. What a joy.
Grazie, Linda.
Yeah.
I'm so chuffed. I've discovered this extraordinary seafood recipe, layered with local ingredients, family history, and all that flavour. That is the story of the food, isn't it? Mum,
Yeah,
looking
is.
after, taking care of your family, all that kind of stuff. Amazing. Lovely lady. Nonna's making her legendary family lunch 2 ways. One rabbit dish, which is sticky and sweet with wine, and the other light and creamy with lemon. Look at this.
Oh my God. Oh my God, look at that. Look at this lemon.
Rabbit is a really popular meat on the island, and I love it too, and I can't wait to get stuck in. Nonna kicks off her recipe by placing the whole jointed rabbit, along with the offal, in each pan.
Jamie ha detto vuole solo imparare. Lui fa il comì, che si dice.
Metti l'olio?
Sì.
Olio? No, questo è vino.
Vino, scusa.
Sì.
See? So we're in a cold pan. So we're in a new method here. So currently 3 tablespoons.
Basta?
3 tablespoons of olive oil.
Ecco.
Yeah.
For me, this is so exciting. We've got 2 dishes cooking in parallel, right? One celebrating lemon, one celebrating wine. Nonna Marina,
Sì.
perché coniglio importante?
Per qui da quando c'era veramente la guerra, qui si usava tanto cioè allevare i conigli in famiglia, li allevavano. Che ora ognuno ha la sua gabbietto con i suoi conigli e fa i conigli di casa, hai capito? Quindi usiamo tantissimo questi conigli perché piacciono a tutti, sì.
A lot of people don't know about rabbit, but it's very similar to chicken. It's a wonderful carrier of flavours. For recipe 1, Nonna Marina mixes a glass of white wine with a tablespoon of sugar.
Io non sono capace di fare così.
And adding 1 finely sliced onion.
Ora metto un po' di pinole, va bene così. E le mandorle, sì,
Mandola? Sì.
tagliate però.
Perché le mandano?
Ma viene più gusto.
The nuts are grown on the island, so Nonna's not holding back, piling them in for a delicious, rich finish.
Pomodoro.
Sì? Quanti?
7-8.
In they go. Followed by bay leaves, crushed cloves, and a good glug of a local speciality called vino di mustard. So she ain't mucking about. This is a very classic flavour to this area, and it's when they take the leftover must from making the wine. It's like all the bits of skin and stuff like that. And what they do is, instead of throw it away, they reboil it with sugar, and they can kind of bespoke it and make it their own. They can put spices in. It tastes a little bit like raisins. Come licorice, come sort of pruny juice. It's big and bold, delicious. And if you can't get musto, thick balsamic vinegar or prune juice will do the trick. Look at the colour change here. It's dark, it's glistening. This is really, really exciting. Profumo fantastico. The second recipe begins with olive oil, onions, bay leaves and nuts. But this time, the magic ingredient is lemon.
Meno 3-4 di questi limoni.
The smell of lemon.
I know. This is what I love it.
Allora, io da te ho imparato una cosa, che così fai il limone.
It's the human sieve.
È bello,
See, we're exchanging tips. You see, I'm learning from her, she's learning from me. Nonna Marina mixes lemon juice with 4 tablespoons of sugar. There's a builder's cup of lemon juice and sugar going in there, but this is a sweet and sour dish. Tutto? Never seen anything like this before. Never. So we've got that flavour of the islands happening. We've got the nuts in there. We've got spices in there. See, when you make stews or little pot roasts, the flavour you're developing is very base and mid. Do you know what I mean? And what I love about what she's doing is at the very end of the dish, she's adding the treble.
Jamie, can you see how creamy become with the lemons and with the sugar?
I just love it. The shine is amazing. What Nonna's done is, like, she's been very brave and bold with flavours. And, of course, what you get is a confident dish. You could do this absolutely with chicken. Mixed game, beautiful. But meat on the bone, that's you get the flavour from the bones. These little pine nuts, they're sort of swelling up. And of course, they're full of natural fats. You know, rabbit's quite lean. It's a healthy meat. So by using the olive oil and the pine nuts with all that incredible natural fat, you're kind of making it even more tender and more delicious. Wow. This is proper southern cooking happening right now. Hundreds of years they would have been cooking just like this.
The rabbit is left to bubble away for about half an hour until the meat is soft and the sauce reduces.
Questo tu lo puoi mangiare sia caldo che anche freddo, perché va bene lo stesso. Interessante che non è freddo del frigorifero, però temperatura ambiente.
And that's really interesting. And actually you'll see that around the island and around the Mediterranean because it's so hot here. So the concept of having meat hot, fine. Cold, delicious. Either or is right, but also there's one thing, is like when food's really hot, you can't taste it as much. So when things are room temperature or just a little warm, you can taste so much more of the flavours, which is beautiful. So, Nonna, finito?
Sì, abbiamo finito.
Mangiare?
Non dobbiamo mangiare, giusto? Ciao, ciao famiglia, benvenuta.
By using the same base island ingredients, but changing the final layer of flavour, Nonna's knocked up 2 distinct dishes fit for a feast.
Cornelio Olive!
Si mangia! Ma guarda, quanti complimenti! Porta questo qua.
How amazing is this? A proper Italian lunch. This is all Nonna Marina's family, and I think they're ready to eat now.
Buon appetito, eh! Buon appetito! Buon appetito!
I just can't wait to tuck in.
I love it.
Già sono pronti.
So delicious. And all these little juices, you know, all the little pine nuts.
Oh my God, it's so good.
The nuts completely change texture, don't they, when they're cooked like this?
It is.
I mean, they're just as tasty as the rabbit. They're carrying all that flavour.
I love that these delicious meals, born out of necessity to raise rabbits in wartime, live on, keeping Marina's family happy decades later.
Con le mani.
Ah. Said eat your hands, don't muck about.
Oh, yeah.
Said it tastes much better. Lovely, it's so good. What do you think about the flavours?
Each one has got his own flavour in his own way, and with the lemons cooks ever so well, that sweet and sour.
I mean, the dark one is completely different, isn't it? It's rich.
Amazing.
It's got that depth of flavour.
And with the mosto of the wine is incredible because it's sticky.
You're right. It's like barbecue.
It's like barbecue. Yeah. When you put it inside your mouth, you go, hey, come on.
You're completely right, Nonna. Ottimo.
Ottimo, vero?
What a pleasure to share a classic family Italian lunch. Beautiful day, beautiful view, beautiful Nonna. An amazing dish. Salute.
Alziamo il bicchiere e ringraziamo a Nonna Marina. Grazie di tutto. Salute. Buonissimo.
Molto buono.
Nonna Marina has smashed it. Her simple, no-nonsense recipes produce big, bold dishes that burst with island flavour. Nonna Cinzia paints her pasta with young broad beans and sweet juicy tomatoes. And Nonna Vita's making an extraordinary sauce with aubergine, courgette and a unique type of black chickpea.
Cecchini.
Oh, I've never seen that before. Black chickpeas. Wow, beautiful. Let's do it. So we're slicing up our aubergine. She's peeled it. You don't see that very often. And she's randomly cutting it, which I quite like.
Chopping the veg into different sizes is a nifty trick to add texture to the sauce.
Cipolla.
See, cipolla. Sottiglia?
Sì, sì.
Okay, so very finely sliced. This is very, very exciting because I've never seen a sauce like this ever in any pasta.
Che bravo.
See.
Once the onions have softened, it's in with the aubergine and roughly chopped courgette.
Vita, quanti anni cucina?
9 anni, 8 anni. Cecchini? Metti.
Quanti?
No, quello che vuoi. Metti, vai. Noi siamo ficcanasi. E insomma, vi muovete o no?
Then hurry up. They've boiled the water. She wants the sauce.
Whilst Gennaro grapples with cooking the pasta, I can't wait to get cracking on sauce number 2, which is a real homage to spring.
So this is new season's broad beans. These are just completely delicious and tender.
Questa è una ricetta veloce perché
Very quick recipe.
Queste fave si mangiano anche crude.
The secret to this sauce is to not overcook the veg. Just a couple of minutes softening is all it takes.
And now we add the tomatoes?
Sì,
So
adesso.
it's quite a quick dish, this one.
Nonna Cinzia finishes off with a few fragrant basil leaves.
In here?
Oh, sì.
See?
Ah.
I'm just doing what I'm told. I love it.
And a good old sprinkling of salted ricotta cheese.
Absolute heaven. Look at that.
I love how both these vibrant veggie sauces nestle into the beautiful orecchietti. This is food worth travelling for, and I can't wait to tuck in.
So the black chickpeas, Gennaro, courgettes and aubergine. What a joy.
Buon appetito!
Una forchetta, per favore.
This is so beautiful. I mean, the girls have done a great job. First up, the pasta, you know, you can taste the difference when it's made like this. It's not the same as the stuff in the packs. This is sublime. And then the sauces are fantastic, so simple. You know, there's almost less ingredients, so you can taste more. This one was so light, wasn't it? The sweetness of the tomatoes.
Everything's tasty. Minimum ingredient, maximum flavor.
Quali sono le orecchiette che hai fatto tu? Quelle più brutte.
Oh, not brutti. This one here. That's my one. Salute. Grazie, Nina.
Salute!
In the past, these streets would have been full of nonnas selling the forerunner to the city's famous takeaway.
We all know the pizza from the oven, right? But actually predating that was pizza fritta, like the ultimate sort of street food.
The true Neapolitan pizza.
Gennaro's heard about one nonna who's still making the pizza here the old-fashioned way.
Buongiorno.
Buongiorno.
And I can't wait to see how she does it.
It's the pizza fritta.
Ciao. Buongiorno.
Buongiorno.
79-year-old Nonna Fernanda is a local legend. She's been cooking up her pizza fritta on the same spot since she was a girl. And you only survive here with feisty Neapolitan ways.
Quel cuoco, guarda. Così cresce. Cresce. Pizza fritta.
Pizza fritta, look
It's
at that.
pizza fritta.
This is so far away from what most people around the world think a pizza is. La pizza fritta, la pizza originale?
Questa, la pizza originale è questa qui. Ai tempi indietro si facevano oggi a rotta, significa la prendevi adesso e la pagavi dopo 8 giorni. E c'era povertà, non avevano molti soldi da comprarla.
This is like one of the oldest pizzas. People would come along, they'd buy it. If they didn't have any money, they could pay a week later. A little hole in the wall. Yeah. But there would have been many, many shops like this,
Of course, they're almost everywhere, in every corner.
Pizza fritta is a cheap on-the-go snack, but Nonna still prides herself on making the best dough in town. She uses a fine grain of flour called Tipo 00, yeast, water and a pinch of salt.
Tutte e due mani, così.
Use my fingers.
In Naples, it's a sin to use a rolling pin, and when it comes to technique, it's Nonna's way or no way.
No, guarda me. Non molto qua, sennò si rompe, così.
Okay.
Devi allargare qua. Qua non molto, così.
I'm a little bit scared, but I'm going with it. Okay.
Nonna's even more strict about the filling.
Ricotta.
See?
Allarga, bravo. Mozzarella.
Fresca.
Fresco, sempre fresco. Ciccioli.
Ah, interesting. Pork scratchings.
Tu di meno, sennò tu...
Okay, scusa.
No.
Too much. So pork scratchings, which are going to be delicious. And then crushed tomatoes.
Uguale, metti sopra. No, no così, no.
Not like this, see?
No così.
Okay. So it's basically like a kind of pizza ravioli, a calzone, you know?
Vai?
Sì.
Vai. Tu, prendi. Attende per mano.
Nonna flash fries her pizza until the filling is melted and delicious.
Girala.
See?
And the outside is puffy and crisp.
She's brilliant. Proper feisty. She's been doing it so long. You have to kind of go back hundreds of years to remember that actually having an oven and fueling it with wood would be, you know, much more expensive than just boiling fat.
Questo è 100 anni.
Really?
Yeah.
And your mama cooked
Quella
this?
era mamma, sì.
Yeah.
Mamma ha fatto 10 figli.
Really? 10 kids?
Perché non c'era televisione.
clearly. I've got 5.
7 ne tiene. Saluto.
Se finito?
Toglia.
Okay.
It's amazing to think that Nonna's entire family lived in this one room, frying up the city's fast food to make ends meet.
Mo mangia.
Grazie. Crispy on the outside,
Yeah.
soft in the middle, melting cheese. You kind of know it's going to be good. Where to start?
Una poche carte, lì. Ti prendi.
Grazie. Do you know, what do you think? This is delicious.
I love it.
The blend of ricotta and mozzarella and the pork scratchings, tomatoes, is so good. What's amazing is the recipe hasn't changed in 100 years. Delicioso. Grazie mille.
No, vengo a Londra.
Sì, come over.
Vengo a Londra.
We'll have a pizza fritta.
Pizza fritta.
Prima volta, Londra.
Pizza, mangiato oggi e pagata notte.
Faccio.
Ciao, Fernanda.
Ciao.
Ciao, grazie.
Oh my God, it's good.
Nonna's age-old pizza fritta is the ultimate indulgent street food. Fast, fresh, and flippin' tasty. Traditional Tuscan food is a wonderful world of meat-rich, hearty country cooking. And the menu changes completely from season to season.
Every month is completely different food.
They hardly mix something which comes from a different region because everything comes from this land.
Tuscany is one of the agricultural hearts of Italy. And we're starting our adventure in Panzano, a picture-perfect Tuscan village.
Just look at that. Come on.
We're meeting a revered home cook who's written 3 recipe books full of Tuscan farmhouse classics.
Buonasera.
Buonasera.
Che piacere, Jenny. Vieni.
Permesso, grazie.
Vieni.
Per me
Gennaro.
sono
Gennaro.
Gennaro, come stai?
87-year-old Nonna Miriam's promised to show me her favourite dish, stracotto, a melt-in-the-mouth beef stew served with homemade pasta. Delicious.
Guarda, noi le ringraziamo immensamente che ci avete fatto venire a casa per far vedere a Jamie come si fa uno stracotto.
Un pezzo di carne e nelle famiglie la domenica facevano così, facevano un grosso sugo perché non serve un pezzo di carne sceltissima.
Let's make it then.
La prima cosa che facciamo è un battuto.
All of this. So onions, carrots, sage and celery.
Allora, 2 spicchi d'aglio,
And
2
spicchi d'aglio.
Il rosmarino l'ho legato.
Sì, no problema.
This veg combo is called sofrito. It's the foundation of all sorts of super tasty Italian dishes.
I always think it's such an honour to be able to cook with a woman that's cooked so many meals.
Che bella soddisfazione, lo chef.
No.
She said, this is nice because the chef cut the vegetable for me. Is that in
Perché
it?
deve cuocere tanto.
Interestingly, Nonna's using one of the cheapest cuts, beef skirt.
Non serve un grosso pezzo di carne. È pesante però.
Ci può dire soltanto, andiamo.
Va bene,
Yeah.
va bene. Va bene.
I want to take over, but she's like, we're fine.
Nonna browns the meat and softens the veg
È il momento del vino.
See?
before cracking open the Chianti.
Let it evaporate. So, quanti pomodori concentrata?
2.
2. So 2 tablespoons of tomato puree. We've got the beef stock here. 1, 2.
Sì.
So you want to cover it right up to the top. Miriam, finito?
Basta.
Sì?
Venga a dare un'occhiata.
Okay.
The stracotto cooks slowly till it's meltingly tender.
All I need is a glass of red wine and I'll be the happiest boy in Tuscany right now.
Oh, grazie.
I don't know why that was funny, but she liked it. Grande piacere.
Salute.
La pasta già fatta.
Sì. So we have fresh pasta.
Deve fare.
Look
Quello
at the size
piccolo,
of her
quello
rolling
grande.
pin. That's why
Quello piccolo, quello
if
grande.
Italian husbands get in trouble, they get whacked with one of these. Che pasta facciamo? Tagliatelle? Pappardelle?
Pappardelle.
Invented here, pappardelle is the ultimate Tuscan pasta.
Ti deve avvolgila sul matterello.
Sì.
Poi quello grande? Ah, vabbè. Ah, vai, diventa troppo sottile se no.
Sì?
Sì.
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 Tagliate?
Sì, sì. Della larghezza di un dito. La sai arruffare? Arruffare.
I don't know what's going on right now.
Sai arruffare.
I'm not sure if she's pleased with me or if she's laughing at me.
La pappardella lunga dimostra la bravura.
Chi insegnata
La vuoi
cucina?
estendere? Quando andavo in campagna,
Sì.
mi piaceva andavo dai contadini e tantissime cose. Poi ho imparato per passione.
After 3 hours of slow cooking, the stracotto is ready. Look at that ragu. The beauty of this recipe is that it's 2 courses in 1 pot.
Clearly, they've invented a piece of equipment to pick it up, and I've never seen that in my life.
The sauce is eaten with the pasta as a starter. Then you tuck into the meat.
It is carvable, but it's on the brink of being pullable.
È buonissimo, guarda, è buonissimo.
Oh, my.
Look at that, hot and steamy. The sauce, this is just the vegetables, but of course it's been kissed with the goodness from all that meat. Uno,
No,
due,
mettetelo ancora.
ancora.
Sì, no,
Tre.
penso che siamo.
Look at that. I mean, it's very beautiful.
First to the table, that rich, warming sauce with fresh pappardelle and compulsory parmesan.
Grazie mille, Miriam.
Sentite, assaggiate.
So good. The flavour is phenomenal. No, it's like ribbons of silk.
After the belly-hugging pasta, there's the beautiful soft beef, begging to be tucked into.
Give me your plate. Are you excited?
Yes, sir. Oh, my God.
Go on, Gennaro, tell me.
It melts inside your mouth.
Oh, yeah. It's so simple. Buonissimo. It's kind of like the British Sunday roast, but it's the slow cook. Delicious. Miriam, grazie mille. It's been fantastico. Grazie. Buonanotte. Gennaro, this is from us, Vinsanto.
Grazie di tutto.
Grazie a voi. Io ho preparato per voi un dolce tipico di questa stagione.
What's that?
È schiacciata con l'uva.
So, this is harvest cake.
A local speciality, the cake's a marriage of Tuscany's 2 great crops, grapes from the vineyard and extra virgin olive oil.
So they use the extra virgin olive oil instead of the butter, typically?
Yes.
Yeah, beautiful.
This is a present of Miriam to us.
Grazie mille.
Shall we eat them all here, or let's take them away? We're going to have them tonight.
An autumn dessert. This beautiful bake is a perfect example of how Tuscan cooking is tied to the land and the seasons.
She was amazing, right?
She was indeed an amazing lady.
It's not just the recipe, is it? It's more than that. It's more than that.
I enjoyed it so much because it reminded my childhood, sitting and watch some member of the family cooking and just amazed what they was doing.
That delicious food was totally accessible in every single way. There's no reason that anyone can't cook that.
I love how Nonna Miriam masterfully transformed a cheap cut of beef. '70-year-old Nonna Teresa still runs the stoves here single-handedly, and she's a real gnocchi genius.
Making the gnocchi, fantastic.
I gnocchi dal produttore al consumatore.
In the 47 years Teresa and hubby Mario have owned the trattoria, they've kept the food true to the city's culinary history.
Mario will come to us and tell us what's on today.
Volete che spieghi come sono fatti gli gnocchi?
Assolutamente. Today is a Thursday, so it's a typical day for gnocchi. In Rome, you would traditionally fill up your belly because on a Friday you would only get fish and chickpeas.
Really, fish and chickpeas?
Yes.
This regimented menu has its origins in the Catholic festivals and traditions.
They just want us to embrace Roman culture. They think that the only thing that we can trust is tradition.
If recipes have lasted for 300 or 400 years,
There's a reason.
it does say a lot, right? If it's good, it's good.
But religiously doing it in the Roman way means I can't just tuck into the gnocchi. We've got to kick off with the first course.
Volete fare prima un po' di stracciatelle? Se vuol venire a vedere la stracciatella come si fa.
Lo facciamo adesso.
Perché la prepara subito.
Ok. Stracciatella is actually the soup with egg.
Yes, stracciatella is also an Italian ice cream flavour. And it was inspired by this much-loved soup.
Ci fai vedere?
Come no?
So parmesan, eggs.
Parmigiano.
So you beat the parmesan and the eggs
Yes.
together. You got that lovely beef broth.
Quando bolle?
Absolutely.
The cheese and egg combination is then poured into the boiling meat broth. It's as easy as that.
And this is a very classic Roman dish.
Oh, yes. And straight to the bowl.
Wow. This is our first course.
È molto buono.
Here you go, my friend.
Stracciatella.
The first course.
Stracciatella for us all.
Do you know what? I've never seen this.
You know the stracciatella?
No, I've never had it. Never, ever had it.
Oh, so simple. If you didn't feel very well, you need some energy, and Mama used to make.
Did you used to have this when you were a little
Yes,
kid?
I used to have this.
And the parmesan's so good in it, isn't it? And do they ever vary it? Do they ever put other things in it? Or is it-
Absolutely not.
Never.
Just this. And that's to prepare the taste buds for the actual meal to take place.
Delicious.
Oh my God.
I love the soup, but I'm here to learn how to make gnocchi the Nonna way. So it's back to the kitchen for a one-to-one lesson.
Okay.
Ecco qui, Gem.
See? So we got potatoes. Bollito?
Sì, sì, bollite.
Bollito. So she boils the potato in their skins and then peels them and then riced them. We call it a ricer because when you press it out, it comes out like rice. Quite a lot of flour. And uovo.
No, perché l'uovo, quello, quando uno fa l'impasto grande,
Controversial.
invece espresso no.
No egg, because I've only ever seen gnocchi recipes with a little egg.
Quando è poco no, dopo diventano duri.
So kneading it almost like bread.
Dimmi
Yeah.
tu,
See?
a te,
See?
così. Più piccolo, poco, così.
Beautiful. Roll it into a sausage. Now she's got one of those little butter things, which she's going to roll it off. And those lovely little lines. Scusa,
Pistola così.
scusa, this is molto importante?
Legno, sì, bello,
Sì.
perché il sugo,
Yeah, so it really helps the sauce stick to the gnocchi.
meno forza.
See?
Meno forza, Gemmi, perché sennò vengono troppo piatti.
Okay, okay. I've got to soften it up a bit, okay.
Vieni qua.
Mi dispiace.
No,
Sorry.
per te.
Sì.
Metti il dito,
Sì.
piano piano.
Okay. Gentle, you're making me nervous, okay?
Beh, meno forza.
Sì, yeah, English are terrible.
Poi
at this.
dopo, questi sono morbidi, non so se li fai duri.
Straight in the water over here.
I gnocchi come giù, vengono su, bisogna condire.
Okay, quanti? Tempo?
Non deve, poco, eccoli.
1 minuto? 2?
Guardate l'orologio. Quando vengono su?
I'm trying to keep up here. But no, really interesting to see. And this is kind of her world. So actually, just by me being here, I'm kind of annoying her a little bit.
Non capisco.
I'm in her way.
I'm in awe of this gnocchi master. She's knocked out these expert dumplings quick sharp. Just perfect with a simple tomato sauce and a sprinkling of pecorino.
Grazie mille.
Prego.
That was a masterclass from the boss. Brilliant, I love that. Grazie. It's proper comfort food, isn't it? It's like eating clouds. I think in Britain we're only just starting to learn about gnocchi. I mean, we understand dumplings, but not potato dumplings like this. Is it wrong to take a piece of bread and mop up the juices?
You have to.
Non lasciate niente.
Grazie mille. Fantastico.
Don't leave anything. She
No.
said.
Finito.
No, but you better eat
See,
that one.
no, that's your bit.
Yeah, but I'm still
Hurry up.
ages. You've been... Maria, mangia tutto, eh.
Grazie mille.
Ciao bella. Grazie a voi,
Grazie.
questo è per te.
Oh, you are too generous.
Oh,
love it.
this is the potato. Grazie, Maria.
See you later.
Arrivederci.
Grazie mille.
Ciao. Buon viaggio. Mi
Grazie.
raccomando, gnocchi. Mi raccomando, fammi sapere.
Gennaro's pulled a blinder to unlock the secrets of the island's delicious puds. He's taking me to meet the Mary Berry of Sicily, Nonna Maria.
Maria! Che piacere.
Benvenuto, benvenuto.
Grazie.
Ma grazie, grazie. Grazie
Nice to see you.
mille.
Abbiamo saputo che lei è proprio specialista, una grandissima cuoca.
Nonna Maria is Sicily's queen of baking. Her cookbooks have written the rules on the island's decadent desserts. She's gonna teach me her all-time favourite. What an honour.
Maria, cosa cuciniamo?
Allora, che si chiama roulé di ricotta.
La carotolo.
Lo sai cos'era il roulé? Quello che le vecchie signore si mettevano qui, poi rialzavano i capelli.
Like rollers?
Yeah, rollers.
Sì.
So this sponge is named after women's
non
rollers.
si usa più.
Ricetta antica?
Sì, avuta tramandata dalla mia nonna.
She got it from her nonna. That's amazing.
Yeah.
And now you give it to us. What a letdown.
This Sicilian roll is a joyful combo of light and airy sponge and deliciously sweet ricotta.
Jane, sei pronto?
First, Maria's setting me to work, separating the yolks and the whites for the sponge.
Un bravo cuoco.
Flour goes in with the egg yolks, but Nonna wants this light and fluffy, so there's no butter. To add even more air, she's whisking up her egg whites with sugar.
Piano piano.
piano,
See?
in senso orario.
Was trying to really keep in as much air as possible, so the eggs will give you that lift. How long have you been cooking this dish?
Ne ho 85. Ho incominciato a entrare in cucina, credo a 6-7 anni. Guardavo fare, volevo fare anch'io.
Bless.
Quindi a me quello che mi piace è quando tutti a tavola sono contenti. Questo per me è molto importante.
Molto importante. Finito?
That's all right. Allora, ora per 5-7 minuti lo mettiamo in forno, però non lo dobbiamo dimenticare.
Gennara's thrown it in the oven, bashed all the air out of it.
Gennaro è caldo.
Now we've got the ricotta.
Invented here thousands of years ago, for Sicilians, ricotta is more than just a cheese. They mix it with everything.
Ricotta's quite neutral. It can be sweet or savoury. So the minute you put a little parmesan or salt, savoury, and the minute you kind of go honey or sugar, it's sweet.
Yes. The flavours Maria's sweetening her ricotta with are my own Sicilian history lesson. It turns out sugar and cinnamon were brought by the Arabs, pistachios by the Greeks, and chocolate by the Spanish.
Puoi metterne quante vuoi.
Yeah. It's lovely. Put whatever you like in as much as you like.
5 minutes in the oven, and that brilliant light and simple sponge is ready to roll, literally.
Adesso io lo copro, lo arrotolo un pochino e lo lascio un momentino così.
And this is a very important stage. So when the sponge comes out, it's flexible. If you try and roll it when it's cool already, it will just crack to pieces.
Senza uscire dai bordi.
Okay, there's pressure now.
Lo fanno anche i bambini questo, lo fanno anche i bimbi.
Sicilians use ricotta in their puds like we use cream. But they win because it's less than a third of the calories.
To roll it and fill it while it's still warm is quite unusual. But of course, look at the finish you get. It's perfectly formed. Actually, I'm sort of going to change my technique now. I've been watching Nonna.
Another Sicilian tip is to add crushed pistachios for crunch and colour. They're grown in the shadow of Mount Etna.
Gennaro, look at that. I mean, it is very simple but very delicious, and it looks Sicilian, doesn't it?
And she's got another surprise for us.
Oh, come on, Eileen. Wowzers.
It's a blancmange. But even this seemingly traditional pud has a special Sicilian twist.
Allora, io ho preparato un latte di mandorle, cioè non è il latte.
Wow.
Bianco mangiare, te lo fanno con il latte. Questo è di mandorle, solo mandorle. Acqua, zucchero, cannella e una buccia di limone, che poi io tolgo.
Wow.
When Maria's husband was governor of Sicily, she used to make these dishes for the great and the good. But sadly, he passed away 20 years ago.
Amori come questi non ne nascono più. perché noi eravamo complici, ci capivamo con gli occhi. Però io ti dico, se hai voglia di dire a tua moglie ti voglio bene, come sei brava, come hai fatto bene questa minestrina, diglielo, diglielo.
Ma mi fa piangere pure a me adesso. Oh Maria, Maria.
Look at this.
Wow.
Nonna Maria. Gennaro, come on, this is Sicilian afternoon tea with a difference.
Nonna Maria has laid on a spread of traditional Sicilian sweet treats.
Because it's so hot here, instead of having afternoon tea or coffee, you have a cold version, which is a granita.
Granita is a simple Sicilian-style sorbet made with crushed ice and sugar.
This one is done with almond milk and coffee, and it's really clever and beautiful.
Maria's also serving us chocolate-filled buns. Delish.
Oh my gosh.
Not forgetting, of course, the really traditional Sicilian blancmange pudding and our ricotta roll.
I want to go with the almond milk blancmange. Molto. Really silky.
Sicilian desserts are subtle and sophisticated, but ridiculously tasty.
How good is this, Gennaro?
I love it. I just love it.
The cinnamon is so good. But with the crunch of chocolate and the nuts again, that sweetened ricotta is a thing of genius. It really, really is. Fantastico. Grazie mille.
Grazie dei consigli, di cuore.
Nonna Maria's puds are pure perfection. I love the heady mix of sugar and spice, but all that outrageous ricotta has got me really excited.
30 seconds to tell me all the things you can do with ricotta. Ready, steady, go.
You can do cannelloni, you can do a lasagna, you can do filled pasta ravioli, you can do crostata,
Little
you can
fritters.
do little oh yeah,
Little
you love it.
pancakes.
Little pancakes. No, also crespelle with the ricotta. Oh,
Cheesecakes.
good. Cheesecake, fantastic.
Frittatas.
Frittata.
Little, like, pizza topping.
Yeah, put them on top of the pizza.
Even
as
stuffed
well.
mushrooms in it.
It is indeed.